Handheld gaming is becoming incredibly popular, but what about when you're not on the go?
Our friends at Asus decided to sponsor this episode of the Budget Gaming Setup Challenge to show you guys what kind of setups you can build for their new Asus ROG Ally X gaming handheld. And I'm very excited to spin this wheel and talk more about it later in today's video. Shout out again to Asus for sponsoring this video. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel, figure out our budget, what kind of caveat we have to have for our setup, and have a fun time putting together handheld gaming setups. Let's build some setups. Hit shuffle a couple times, because that's what we gotta do.
All right, we're gonna shuffle so it's truly random. So I say we got some big budgets on here this time.
Big budgets, because obviously with the handheld, we gotta get a dock, and then we'll figure out the monitor and everything. But we want these setups to be nice, because you are spending a good amount of money on this handheld.
All right, so I got 350 bucks, so
Nice.
I'm kind of like right in the middle, towards the top, so that's pretty good. All right, let's see. So next up, we're gonna be figuring out what type of monitor we need to get. We're gonna shuffle that once. Pray for 1080p, probably high refresh rate, because if
That
I
would
get
be
60,
nice.
I'm still
4K, 60 hertz, baby.
These can do that?
So the beauty of these is obviously they operate as just normal PCs as well. Gaming wise, we probably won't be gaming at 4K, but if you want to do video editing or something like that, a 4K 60 hertz monitor, Jackson's gonna show you a content creation setup for sure.
All right, well, I'm gonna do 4K high refresh. All right, and so now we're spinning for my caveat. And, oh God, I got McAllister's idea. Why does it have to work with that? So I got guest item. For people who don't know what that is, it basically means, I don't even know who the guest is. Do I get to pick? I don't know.
Is McAllister the guest?
McAllister's the guest. I'm gonna say McAllister's the guest. He gets to pick one random item for me. It could be really good, or it could have nothing to do with my setup and just screw me over.
So when he shows up with the Chick-fil-A we sent him out for, we're gonna say, hey buddy, Jackson gets a guest item, pick it, and we'll just see what he says. But for now, again, Jackson, you're gonna go over once again what you got?
So I got 350 bucks, not including the portable handheld, of course. And then we got 4K 60, which I did not see coming at all. And then I have the guest item, which McAllister will pick.
All right, it's my turn to spin the wheel. Will I be more lucky? Let's find out. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Budget. Knowing me, I'm gonna get $300.
250.
No!
250.
Oh, we're going budget, baby. 250. Now, if I get 4K 60, we're gonna be in for a hurting. Let's shuffle.
A good shuffle will prevent, question mark.
We'll prevent repeats. Let's find out. Ooh, 1080p 165, I think that's doable still.
Yeah.
That should be doable. 165 hertz, I think
hope
that'll
you
be
get portable.
Oh, portable will be hard. 1080p 165. Now we added a portable option, which means I had to get like a backpack, wireless peripherals, like everything for 250 bucks. That's gonna be hard. I didn't shuffle it, I'm just gonna let it go.
I didn't shuffle this one either, so it works out.
Respin budget!
Oh.
I get a respin budget. Okay, okay.
You can't get any lower, so.
Well, that is true. I am the lowest budget. I would say normally with that, I would be like, should I respin? But I guess I got a respin budget. Let's see.
I'm just gonna get 400 this time. It's gonna be crazy. Oh, you get the same as me.
350.
350.
We're tied up. Now the question is, I didn't even think about this. Should I respin the wheel again that I did respin budget, or should I just, because I don't have a caveat. I'm gonna go back and respin again and hopefully I don't get respin budget. And this time we'll try to get a caveat in here, but my budget's higher now. We're up to 350. No, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Oh, you're so
yes!
lucky. He almost got monitor arm, Jonah.
I could not do monitor arm again.
Dang it.
So I got RGB accent light. So I just need some sort of like RGB product, probably something like Gobi or whatever. Some RGB thing for my setup.
It has
so
to be Philips Hue.
it has to be Philips Hue, Jesus Christ.
Big money.
350 bucks, 1080p, 165 hertz, and RGB accent light. We're gonna figure out Jackson's guest item, but what we're gonna do is shop for the setup for the ROG Ally X. We'll talk more about it here before the shopping section, but we're gonna need a dock. That's the beauty of these things. You can take this handheld, dock it on a docking station, plug it up to your keyboard, mouse, monitor, and everything, and game on a normal desktop, pick it up, take it with you, and you can game on the go. Beauty of this handheld. Let's go ahead and figure out what his guest item is and get to shopping.
McAllister, I need you to pick my Amazon item.
I need to pick an item for your setup.
Yep, my handheld setup.
Oh, yeah. That does it. I love mice with a bunch of buttons. No, look, it has weights.
Yeah, okay.
That's my kind of mouse. It's on a limited time deal.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys, it is time for me to do my shopping for my, Asus ROG Ally X gaming setup. And I'm gonna start with the dock because that is the most important part. So I'll do Asus Ally X dock. One thing to mention is with the Asus Ally X being a, well, newer version of the console, there are some docks that are not 100% good for it yet. You do want to make sure the HDMI is probably HDMI 2.0 to be able to support up to 4K 60, but if it is supporting 4K 60 through HDMI, it's most likely going to be able to support high refresh rate through 1080p. 8-in-1 docking station that is good for the Ally X or Steam Deck. Pretty decent bargain. Power in, 3 USB 3 ports, HDMI, and Ethernet. Go ahead and add this to cart. We'll start here. I could go use and save a little bit of money, but we're going to start off here with 1080p 165 hertz. This one says up to 165 hertz. I don't know what that means. What's the input option? We're just going to run with this for now. This one's all black with some purple backlight. $5 coupon will make it $70. So let's try that. I don't want to do the G305. I've done that for like the past 2 setup ones. 79, and I don't need that mouse. The mouse is calling to me, but I do not need it. It's freaky. Anyway, let's try it. I mean, let's just see what happens. Let's get, not bulk ordering. Whoa, I just need one. We'll get a little budget pair of in-ear monitors. Let's do like one of these bad boys. Yeah, let's try that. We'll just take up a ton of desk space. See, will that fit within the budget or am I over? I'm over by $10. Oh, this one looks fire. Ally X. Well, this fit in my budget? Oh, we're in, baby. Oh, I almost screwed up. I'm like trying to spend extra money. I haven't even got my RGB accessory. Whoa. This might add a little vibe to it. I kind of like this. It changes colors. Okay, so I think we're good now. So we have something to add a little ambiance. It's RGB. Let's order everything. Let's see what happens. But that took a lot longer than I wanted, but I think we're good now.
All right, well, so I've already kind of started my setup because I have to get the M908, which McAllister very fastly requested, so I appreciate him being quick with it. Honestly, it's not that bad. I get it. If you're like a MOBA player, the mouse with buttons is great. So if I were him, I would have gotten something that like had nothing to do with my setup, like a piece of art or something, but that takes care of one thing. I haven't had a handheld since the Nintendo DS, so the docking part's kind of interesting to me. I haven't had to do that before, but I'm going to go ahead and pull this one up because I need to be able to do, I think Matt bought this one, September 12th, 2024. I'm cheating. I need to be able to do 4K 60, and this one literally says it in the title, so that's good. This one's IPS ultra thin. That's kind of cool. We have the Scepter one that's 70 hertz, which we can't really utilize. I'm gonna do the Koru. I feel pretty good about it. It's 27 inch too, so it's a decent little size. $221, so I still have like a little over $100 left. It's kind of making me hunt today for real. $78. Tell you what, it's a lot of our budget. It's a lot of our budget for a keyboard. It'd be really nice not to get the same really cheap headphones we have every time. What are these though? All black. It has a mic, 100-hour battery life. This one's got a Gorilla. It's 60 by 30. That's like massive. Here's my setup, guys. I'm pretty impressed with it. Like I said, I would have never gone 4K for a handheld. I don't even really like 4K that much in general. It was part of the caveat, and everything else though, I'm pretty cool with in the setup. Let's go ahead and check out. All right, guys, everything is in for our ROG Ally Gaming setups. I had $350 to spend, and I had to go 4K, which meant 4K 60 hertz in my case, because we could not afford a high refresh rate monitor. But I'm gonna start off with the keyboard. I did opt for like a slightly smaller, that was a weird sound. I opted for a slightly smaller keyboard. This is the EPOMaker F75, and I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. I don't know if we've had this exact one, but we definitely had some F75s in here. I went for an interesting color scheme too, because I didn't have a lot of money. So I knew that I wanted a good keyboard though. All right, so we got our keyboard, we got our Type-C cable, and it looks like it's hot swap too. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we got some extra switches. We got a keycap puller and a switch puller. Wow. Ooh, oh yeah. That sounds very nice. I think these are Crescent switches. We got a little volume knob as well. It's wireless and it's Type-C. Yeah, this is a baller keyboard for the price. You literally cannot go wrong with these. That's the keyboard. Like I said, very excited about that. But now I'm gonna show you guys my curveball. This is the Red Dragon Impact, or the M908. And this is a MOBA mouse because McAllister is really into having mice that have a whole lot of macros on them. And that's exactly what this one has. And it even has weights to add to it.
Oh my God.
Wonderful. I'm not gonna do those. I'm gonna go ahead and take those out if they're already in there. But here's the mouse. Honestly,
oh my God, that's thick.
I'm glad he didn't pick something worse. I thought he was gonna pick something that didn't go for my setup to where I was gonna have extra money just spent on nothing good. So I'm sure some of you guys would love this mouse. It wasn't a terrible price, but look how many macros it has.
That's a lot.
It has 12, so it's kind of like the OG Razer style mice. Here's where we add the weights. I'm getting rid of these freaking lead weights. This thing's good for people with big hands, I'll tell you that. This was my one curveball. It could have been worse. McAllister could have made me get like a fake plant or something that just did not help my setup at all. So next up, I'm gonna do the mouse pad. This is a 24x48. This is the same size as our build mats. Yeah, I got this on Amazon. I know Jonah's gonna be excited because it's not, I don't think I got one with a theme on it.
Oh, that's good.
My thought was like, okay, if someone's gonna come home and dock this, I think this thing should just be a full all-in-one setup. So I wanted everything to fit onto this.
And you gotta admit though, for 30 bucks, like you're spending another like $10, $12
Over
compared to
normal.
like the normal one, and you're getting one that's like 4 times the size. So.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and do. We're gonna save my 2 items that are kind of for specifically the ROG Ally for last. Let's do headset. It's another small item before we get to this massive 4K monitor. So these are the Valorize, and just like all the other challenges, I've been trying to get new stuff like every time I do these. I don't want to just get like the same meta items over and over again. I think I got it for like a really cheap price is kind of why I went for it. I didn't need to get wireless, but I was like, why not? And it even has a mic on it, but it comes with the dongle for charging. Does it come? Yeah, it comes with a cable. It even comes with the auxiliary cable if you just want to leave it plugged in, it looks like. And it just uses, like I said, a USB dongle. So real simple interface, which that's something that you'll see here in a minute with the dock. It's gonna be really nice. You can just leave it all hooked up. Mic's retractable too.
Not bad.
You wanna try it on?
I'll try it out.
It fits really well. Like
Okay.
it like perfectly cups my ears.
It's not too bad, honestly.
It's
It's
a
kind of
good
noise
fit.
canceling.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't get too uncomfortable playing with this for a while. Some of the other ones that we've had on the channel are like,
They're bad. Like, who would do this? I don't know why you would get a 4K monitor for a handheld. Now, this is a really powerful handheld, and it can actually do 4K 60 if you have the right dock and everything. And I think I did get the right dock. I think it has to be HDMI 2.1 to be able to do 4K 60, not even high refresh rate, just 4K 60. So, yeah, it's technically a business display. It's not even really a, it's not really gonna be meant for gaming. Where did my bottom go, Jonah? Here it is.
we love a good toolless monitor, you know?
I'm saying. So we got our wireless headset. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that here, kind of getting the setup, how it's going to look. So this right here is the actual docking station from Ivanki. It's not very big. It's actually smaller than I thought it was gonna be. So here's our Type-C. This is what's gonna actually connect to the Asus ROG Ally. As far as the ports go, we get our power distribution in. So that's going to be a USB-C that powers your actual ROG Ally. And then we have 3 USB 3.1, 5 gigabits per second, or gigabytes per second. Here's our HDMI that should be 2.1, so it should support 4K 60. And then our LAN port. I think I'm probably gonna have to go with a lower resolution. So once again, a reason just not to get a 4K monitor, but it'll be cool to test. Oh, and I forgot about my last thing. With my last $8, I got a USB hub. So I am using all of my USB ports. So this is kind of just like a, hey, if you need it, it's here. I'll go ahead and open it just so that we have it. But I don't think I'm going to need, oh, you know what? I could use it for charging my headset, because right now I'm out of ports. So I guess it would make sense. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna plug this in here. We're gonna run the mouse to this. It might be smarter to run something like the mouse somewhere else just so you get your full latency. But let's go grab the actual handheld and get it hooked up. Right here, we have the ROG Ally. Very nice looking handheld. You can see some fingerprints on it because a little secret insider, Matt, actually used this on his little trip. So he actually got to kind of break it in and kind of see what it was like. But we're gonna plug this right here. Honestly, I don't even know. I'm assuming it goes to the 40-watt charging one, but I'm sure Matt will correct that once he comes in. That should be all we need. And it's kind of funny, without even doing any cable management, this is honestly a pretty freaking clean setup. Plug that in. All right, I'm gonna go check I'm gonna grab Matt before I blow up his brand new handheld.
Okay, so I see your setup here. All right, are we doing the grand reveal? See if everything
Yeah.
works right? You got a loaded dock here. I love it.
Oh yeah, I even added the little USB hub just because I knew that we'd be out of ports. But yeah, that, which honestly, look how wide the bottom
McAllister
is.
did you dirty. McAllister,
Yeah.
why would you do this to him? He said he loves his macros. Oh yeah, so you got a Corey monitor, and I remember your challenge was you had to get 4K.
Yeah, and obviously 4K, not the high refresh rate would have even mattered, but
Yes.
4K high refresh rate was just out of the question anyways. So yeah, this is a 4K 60 hertz, 27 inch, good looking monitor. I think we're probably gonna have to run a lot of the games at a lower resolution.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like this thing, okay, the handheld's good, but one of the features that you can get is it has USB 4, so you can do a docked GPU. So in theory, if you want to go balls to the wall, all handheld, you want to ditch your PC, you get one of these, you get an eGPU, you come home, you dock, and then your dock would also have the GPU there. So then you would have real gaming performance. For the most part of 4K, we're definitely gonna be gaming at 1080p. Like 4K is not gonna cut it with this handheld.
I already told people don't do this at home. Yep, 59.94. Oh wait, here we go. 60 hertz, baby.
And see, the whole concept of the handheld space is, let's say you don't need a laptop for work. Let's say you mainly want something that you can game on the go with. Something like this you can game on the go with, and then look, you take it home, one cable right here. You just plug it in, and then you have a full setup at your desk, which I think is pretty sick.
All right, so Matt, what do you think about, I was gonna show Jonah here too, because Jonah had a good point. Jonah pointed
wireless.
out that's wireless, so we might as well make, man, I wish McAllister picked
It would
a
have been,
wireless mouse.
honestly, one of the cleanest setups.
It's a new headset that I don't know if we've used before. Retractable mic. It can use auxiliary. It's Bluetooth, dongle, and like it's sleek. It kind of
is
noise
nice.
canceling.
I like it. I like going wireless too for it, because that'd be
Yeah.
really nice.
Oh, and then try the keyboard. You got to give that a little typing.
This is a little, what we got here, the F75.
And it's kind of Halloween themed, if you notice. I didn't mean for that, but
See, guys, if you haven't seen our video on this yet, we've done a video on these keyboards. These, like, you should be buying these instead of the high-end name brands. I'll be honest. Such a nice keyboard,
Red
such a nice
Dragon
setup. I
Keyboard
really
Maker.
like the mouse pad because it's huge. Like, I think it's really cool. Obviously, they have the right desk for it, but it's really cool. I like having a huge mouse pad. And yeah, the headset feels pretty good, so I like it so far. Setup's pretty clean. You should bring that guy in here right now and be like,
I know. You know
McAllister,
what?
you need to see what you did.
I'm
I want to
gonna
know
get
what
him.
he actually thinks of it.
he's probably going to love it because he's a freak.
You know, say what you will, the left side of this mouse feels good to me. Cut it off here, make it where it actually put your hand around it.
For
without
someone with big hands, though, it'd be pretty cool, I guess.
Ooh.
Type on that, yeah.
Wait, that's
Oh,
kind of donkey.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Here we go. We're playing some Killing Floor 2. We're running medium at 1080p. We just decided to straight up override the 4K already.
You could turn it on 4K and see what happens, but I think we're only getting like 80
I'm scared.
FPS.
I'm scared of 4K.
Yes.
Dude, this headset is crazy.
Does it sound crazy?
Like the bass is like insane on it.
See, obviously with this handheld, it's mainly, without like an eGPU, it's gonna be more powered towards like handheld gaming. So, I mean, if you're getting 60 FPS, 1080p medium settings on this thing, that's actually pretty good, especially considering it's literally an APU running this thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is just kind of an example of if you do play lighter titles, you won't really need to add a graphics card.
No, honestly, like, I don't know what it is about this and this 4K monitor running at 1080, but it looks like really good.
Shout out Corey. Must have good scaling in there, because I know sometimes with 4K on, especially our benchmark one, like you can tell when it's at 1080p, like pretty harsh.
I gotta say though, man, this keyboard is so nice too. I don't hate this mouse. It's not like amazing, like it wouldn't be my first choice, but I do like that it covers my whole hand, that's for sure. I'm touchable.
Oh, you've been touched, Tommy gun.
Tommy gun time, baby. Well, Killing Floor is, I mean, yeah, this is good. I'm liking everything about this setup. The mouse is even growing on me, McAllister.
Oh, he loves the mouse. It's his new favorite mouse, guys. But yeah, this setup looks awesome. Let's see what I have in store, because my setup is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be different take. All right, guys, it is my turn to build my setup. I had the same budget, 1080p, 165 hertz, and I need to have some sort of RGB accent, which I think turned out pretty clean. I did really try to get a really cool dock with this setup, but I ended up going for an overall good setup with a adequate dock. So we'll get there. What should I start with? Jack, start with this stuff first?
Jack started with a keyboard, then mouse pad.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the mouse pad because I feel like everything goes on the mouse pad.
I agree with that fully.
So I
Oh,
went with
boy.
this basic boy right here. I remember I had a really nice mouse pad, probably one very similar to his, the massive one, but this is where I saved a little bit of money here. Again, if there was $400, it'd be a pretty sick setup, I will say, but you can say that about any budget. If I just had $1 more. And hopefully this one's big enough. It's gonna be so tiny compared to the one Jackson has, but it was incredibly cheap. It's not
She
super
is.
deep. She's small, but like, let's remember Jackson's. It was like, but what I didn't cheap out on is a keyboard. This might look very similar, guys. We have
we got the Pro this time.
We got the Pro though. The F75 Pro. Yeah, these keyboards are just so nice. Multi-tone gray color scheme going on here.
Are they the same crescent switches?
I think they, let's see, what do we got? Oh, these are Reaper switches. I remember I'd never heard of the Reaper switches before, and I was like, that's a bit different, which was pretty sick. And yeah, this one is pre-lubed. It has gasket hot swappable custom keyboard. Yeah, this one was a little bit more pricey, but it was, now it's even cheaper, but it was $75 when I bought it. So,
Yeah, that's a lot of budget towards the keyboard.
it is, definitely. But I'm thinking here, you know, if you're gonna use this primarily as like, let's say a work from home setup and you use your handles work from home, what a nice keyboard. So then I went with a better mouse. we have the Pulsar X-Lite V3. I have used a Pulsar mouse once. I know Zach likes Pulsar mice. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is interesting. The bottom is so interesting. Is there anything else in here? I guess that's how they make it lightweight. They hollow it out on the bottom like this.
And it's an ergo mouse.
So it is an ergo mouse.
It's got a little hump on the left side.
Nice. So far, the setup's coming together. I'm liking it. I think it's going pretty good so far. How's the ergo feel if it's on the right side of the table? You know,
it's very thin, as you can see, but ergo doesn't feel too bad, actually. It
Not bad.
feels very natural. Probably just a tad bit lighter than a super light. Pretty nice.
Nice. I had to continue the theme here. I've been doing in-ear monitors. I just got to stick with it. But this time, I budgeted an audio extension cable to give me just a little bit more length, plugging it into something, well, very far away, especially with the dock setup. You're definitely going to want a little bit more length there. And these are from Melody. These are just budget in-ear monitors. For the most part, if you're not an audiophile, the ones for like 20 to 30 bucks are going to do the job. Wearing big bulky headphones and you rather wear in-ear monitors, it's definitely a space that is blowing up, and there's people who spend way more money than I do on it, but it's cool that it does exist. It comes with some extra ear tips in here if you need to adjust to your size. See how long the cord is. This was actually a little
Not too bad.
It's actually not too bad. And then when we add this, it'll give us a little bit more to work with. Oh yeah, we'll be good. So then they go on like this. They're incredibly noise canceling. I could barely hear myself talk. They're nice. These are pretty solid, and they'll do the job for my setup in terms of giving me the audio I need. If you want the all-in-one combo, I really like Jackson's headset. That was a really underrated thing with this setup. So we're good to go here. And I also have my accessory we have to go over. So I went with the same brand, but I think mine is a little bit less complicated than his. I think he had more ports than me, maybe. Same brand, this is kind of the budget option. I had a crazy one at first that was like RGB and all that, but again, we were trying to save a bit of money here. So really you want it to be nice and sturdy. I know the ROG comes with like little plastic holders that you can get started with, but I highly suggest getting one of these if you want to have a cleaner dock setup, especially with all the ports and everything. All right there, this one will go here. There were some too that I saw that some people were complaining about the reviews where this cord was not long enough. So it's good to see that this one actually is long enough. That's plugged up. Let me go ahead and grab the wireless dongle for our keyboard. 69 bucks. So definitely a premium mouse. If you wanted to go less premium, you most certainly could with this setup. But I figured, you know what? You're getting the ROG Ally X. It's a pretty premium handheld. If you're going to go that far, you might as well have a pretty premium setup here. But the monitor here is a Kuri 1080p 165Hz monitor. I went 27-inch because when you're docking, you really want to have a really big monitor because that's the whole point. You're trying to get away from the small screen. You want a really nice big display. So I definitely didn't want to go for a smaller display. So 27-inch was my option, and apparently I matched Jackson, but I just went 1080p.
Oh, even the bezels on the back of the monitor are like angled.
That's
It's
real
coherent
gamer.
design right here.
We'll get everything all centered up because I think I got to decide where I want my handheld to be. Really, it's going to be whatever works best for my headphones.
That's true.
Because like the headphones are going to be the biggest thing. Not going wireless, going to be a little bit of a problem. Let's make sure it's running at the refresh rate it needs to. It is on duplicate right now, so let's do extend. Not only is it 120. Okay. I think that might be a limitation with my dock. Going with the budget dock, I won't be able to use my full monitor, which is not going to be amazing. I will say 120 Hz is still nice, but I would have saved money a bit differently if I didn't have to go that dock route. It is a bit unfortunate, but I did opt for the cheaper one. So that's my downside. I'll have to try it with Jackson's nicer dock afterwards and see if that does alleviate the issue. But I'm thinking my dock is probably going to limit me to be able to do that, which is ironic because he was shopping and I went and told him, hey, make sure you get one that has HDMI 2.0. And I think I did, but I guess maybe I didn't. So, well, we got that going there. Let's go ahead and just go back to the extend mode so we can have both of them set up at least. Now, last thing I need to do, well, plug on my headphones, I need to put my RGB accent out, which I just got this touch the light. It's just a little accent light. Nothing too crazy, but it looks kind of aesthetically pleasing. And we'll do a little lights off demonstration. Jax will walk in and we'll just turn the lights off on him and you just won't know what happened to him. The setup's put together. This is looking pretty good so far. Got my little accent light right there. Let's bring Jackson in here and show off my setup and some of my limiting factors that I do have with that monitor. So mine is not a massive mouse pad by any means. Oops, I lost my mouse. Where is it?
Oh, dude, I really like that keyboard with the mouse pad.
Yes, let me shift this over a little bit. It looked a little...
Evo Maker?
So yes, Evo Maker. We're kind of twinning here, but this is the Pro.
That's really nice. It has like a hollow effect to it almost, like it sounds louder.
So they're called Reaper switches. I feel like I've never tried the Reaper ones before.
Is this not RGB or did you switch it to?
It's defaulted to this. So it is RGB, but it defaulted to this, which I think makes sense.
X-Lite V3? I was about to call it the Elite.
I was telling him this because I got 1080p, both of the same budget. I had more room to just get some baller peripherals, and I feel like long term it's gonna be pretty good. The monitor's nice, but you'll see one issue. This is this one 65Hz monitor, but no matter what I do with my cheaper dock, I can only do 1080p 120 Hz.
Did we get the same dock or is yours different?
So mine is the same brand, but it is a slightly cheaper version. I think it has less ports than yours. I'm gonna try yours afterwards and see if I just made an oopsie in terms of the one I got, but I can only support 1080p 120 hertz over the
I
HDMI.
think we have the same dock, dude.
Wow, it's the same one, but yours was like a different name. I wonder if it was because it was from a different seller. See, his says 8-in-1 USB-C dock. Mine says USB-C gaming dock.
Dude, they look the exact. Oh, they are the same brand though.
They are the same brand.
Oh, but
This is the everything
like
else. That is the only thing that's different.
I'm convinced that we got different packaging. Like maybe one was from a different time or something, you know?
I'm guessing, yeah, because look, that's not there, so it's slightly different.
That's
'Cause,
so weird.
Yeah, HDMI 2.0 should support 1080p 165 hertz, so I don't really know what's going on with that.
Okay. Well,
But either way, it's still higher refresh rate.
no,
It's still
it
pretty
looks,
smooth.
It looks good. This is a nice monitor. The Super Gamer from Koru. Okay. Yeah, I like every. Wait, are these?
These are my in-ear monitors.
Oh, okay, okay. You got an extension?
Yeah, so I was telling him the one downside with my setup, it's not a single cable setup because I have to plug in the audio to the handheld. So I have to plug in 2 cables, and then that's, the wireless
the
extender
wireless,
for that.
okay.
And then I had to get RGB lighting, so I got this thing.
We want to make sure that we're getting full signal.
Or I
that's
can
cool.
just kind of change colors on it. You know, I can put a timer on
Does it have
it.
like a smooth change and everything?
I think it has, let's see.
Because that is what I would like to see.
This is fade.
Yep, it's fading.
Oh, it
All
is,
right,
it is
I'll
fading.
accept that.
It is fading. So yeah, there's RGB, but we set it to. Oh, there
Fade.
there it goes. Look,
Oh.
look at it, it's fading now. It just took a second to program. Yeah.
That looks nice.
But yeah,
Good looking setup.
it's time
I
for
like
me to
it.
game on it. Let's see what it can do. 120 hertz, but I think there'll be some games that are lower end that will work pretty fine with this. I'm trying to see what from this list. This is a very weird list.
Yeah, you got Black Myth, Wukong, Crisis, and then just low end games.
I'm gonna try Rocket League with a keyboard and mouse.
Okay.
Let's get freaky with it. Oh God, I don't even know how this works. Ah, the guy scored on me already. So this is more. This is jump. Okay, so I'm playing Rocket League. I'm getting good FPS. What is boost? Oh,
Shift, maybe?
It's mouse. Oh, this is so bad.
This guy's probably like, yo, who is this guy?
I feel so. Oh, so okay, I do this. All right, I'm learning, guys. This guy's gonna destroy me, but I will say it's performing fine, getting 120 FPS. Rocket League, obviously, with my extra USB port, you would get a controller. Oh God, I just forgot buttons again. Oh wait, hold up, did I cheese him?
He's done. He's done for.
No. I forgot how to use my fingers. Oh, no. I lost the ability to track. Oh, no! In-ear monitors, nice. I mean, they're very noise canceling. Like, I can not hear anything. I'm like really struggling to hear myself talk,
I think
please.
it's in.
That's it. No, no. Oh, no! The keyboard, beautiful. Honestly, like, don't buy any other keyboard that's more expensive. Just get one of these. They're just so nice.
Really, any of the EPO makers with like a linear switch is going to be a solid choice. Oh, dude.
I wish I thought this guy was gonna be nice to me for a little bit there. Oh, I feel like my only way is to really get the kick off, but
Spied on.
spot on. Wait, how did I turn on ball cam? I don't even know how I did that. Oh!
You faked him.
Yes, I scored! Let's go! Mousepad, I would definitely trade this mousepad any day for Gargantuan over there. Do you remember how much you paid for that one, though?
I think it was like 30 bucks.
30 bucks ain't bad. This was $9, so. But yeah, I would definitely opt for a bigger mouse pad. And yeah, this monitor's fine. 27-inch, I think, again, the beauty of the ROG Ally X, you can dock it, play on a display like this, and get yourself an eGPU if you want to. I was about to cook them, I thought. Almost did it. I can't see what's happening. Ah! All right, one more try. And I like my little light. It's kind of cool. You know, it's not
Cozy.
anything crazy, but it's a little accent light. It's on RGB mode right now. And it's a full-fledged Windows PC, guys. So not just for gaming. You can do whatever you want on it, including scoring on yourself. So I think it's a nice setup. I like it. For the price point, it's a good twist. And I like that we had the same budget, so we show you guys 2 different ways to take the ROG Ally X and build a gaming setup. Now that we've tested all the setups, let's just wrap this video up real quick.
All right, guys, so we both had 350 bucks to spend determined by the wheel, and I think that we both did a really good job. Obviously, me having to go 4K was definitely a very different use case, and then Matt was able to get probably what I would have gotten if I had free range with the nice 1080p high refresh rate, but I think both of us did a really good job.
And it worked out perfectly for the Asus ROG Ally X, an awesome handheld. If you want the best of the best in the industry right now in terms of handheld gaming, definitely consider the Asus ROG Ally X by checking the link down below. Shout out again to them for sponsoring this video, and I want to hear from you guys. guys, which setup did you like the most for $350? And if you want to build this setup yourself, any one of these setups, link in the description down below will be affiliate links. They will help us out.
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.
So both of these setups right here will be for sale at PCBros.tech. You can come in person and pick one of these up, or we have tons of gaming PCs to choose from online.
Come closer. Come closer.